It's like, seriously, how much of your own face can you, I'm not being hard on myself. I'm just saying it's a little much. Okay.
Yeah, we don't do that in this group.
I don't mean to too much of anything is too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anywho, we'll get through this. Yeah, we don't do that in this group. We are not allowed. Okay, so for you guys who I'm recording this for, I am showing you how to download a live video that has been recorded and is on your Facebook profile. Okay, so we're going to go to the Facebook profile and then to photos. So you can only do this from your desktop or a laptop, but not a mobile device. Okay, go to photos. And then we go to albums. So do you guys know that this is how you find your videos? Because they don't make it that easy for you. Albums. And then we go to videos.
Oh, cool.
And well, let's see. I want to download the one I just did. So this is perfect. So this is the kind of funny part. So you have to click it open. And then from here, I'm just going to pause it. Hi. And we go options. And then we go download HD. Okay, so you're in the video, you're going options, download HD, and then this doesn't download it. That's what's confusing about it. Then I'm going to go, which you guys are not going to be able to see, or I guess I could, yeah, here, I'll just right click. So I think you could go up to the top of your menu and use like edit. Let me see if that does it. No, file, save page as open. New window. Okay, yeah, so this is the only way to do it. So we're going to right click, and then I'm going to save video as.
Okay, wait a minute. You went from, I'm a step-by-step person, so you went download HD. You were on that when you were on, you would pause the video, clicked options, download HD, and then are you back up at the top of the screen now? Is that where you went to do this next step?
So I didn't. I just stayed. I checked to see if I could. And I couldn't, so I'll redo it for you here.
Okay, thanks. Just from that step, sorry.
Okay, well, I'll just redo it for you from the top, because why not? Okay, so let me get back into my videos. Okay, so here I am. Get you guys up here. In my albums, we go photos to albums. Oh, I'm already in there. Okay, and then to videos. And then to your desired video. And then once you get here, you go options. Download. I don't know what SD is. I only know what HD is, so that's why I did. I'm like, oh, it's HD. So that's why I do that. So then download HD. Oh, but it's not letting me, I think, because it's already downloading. But you go download HD, and then it opens into the little box where it's isolated, and then you right click, save as. Right click, save as. And you guys will be able to watch this video again. What I suggest, oh, here we go. So this is where it is when it's so you have to get it isolated, and then we go right click, save as. That was just a right click I did directly on the video. Okay? And again, what you could do when you do one for the first time, turn this video on and do it along with. A lot of the tech stuff, it's really helpful. Just pause it. She said to do this. She said, and walk yourself through it.
Yeah.
And then what happens, like for me, do you see this at the bottom, or can you only see can you see where it downloaded to? Yeah. So I just have a file on my computer that says like videos that need editing over here. And then I just will pick this up and drag it and put it right into my folder. Boom.
What do you use to edit it with?
And then I don't necessarily edit it, but I would edit it on my, which you can't see my whole screen right now, I don't think. So I edit it in my iMovie.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But like that one, but you don't have to edit them. So you can take that step right out. You can just directly load right up to YouTube then. You have the video, load it to YouTube.
There was I saw right near you download HD, there was an edit button on there. Have you haven't used that edit?
I think I clicked on that, and it was just to edit like the text and edit privacy and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah,
you can't edit.
I didn't know that far. Got it.
Yeah. You can edit on YouTube. You can go into something, it's called Something Editor, and you can cut the end and the beginning, but you can't cut anything in the middle. So you can just cut off, a bunch of talking at the beginning or something, which is kind of good. But most computer software video editing software on your computer is very simple to figure out.
So you can download iMovie on your computer, so you don't
have a Mac.
Oh, if you have a Mac.
If you have a PC, there's probably some standard operating video editing system that comes with it or that's for free that you can download, but I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Yeah. So cool. Is that helpful?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, very. Thanks.
Yeah, for sure. Good. All right. And today we are talking all about strategy, which is exciting. And we're going to get into creating some strategy for yourselves. And I will tell you all about that. But let's just go ahead and ground out a little bit. Take a deep breath all together. So let's just start by noticing where your feet are on the floor, taking the hands, rotating, lift it up to that receiving mode. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Kind of gathering up all of those thoughts and feelings you've been having throughout the week and collecting them. I like to put them in something, so like a jar or a basket, and just stick them up on the shelf. We'll leave them there. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. And again, with any of those future thoughts we're thinking forward to, let's just gather all those up, stick them in a little something to stick up on your shelf. And take a nice big inhale, exhale again. Hi. Oh, no. Hi. Honey, I'm teaching class. I'll call you back. You're like in the middle of a video and we're doing a meditation. I love you.
That was so cute.
Could you see her?
I couldn't see her, but I heard her.
Yeah.
She was like right in the middle of you guys. It's so sad.
Oh, that's weird.
This like sweet little voice.
Yeah. Like, hi.
She's like, oh my God. Anywho, life is long. Welcome back.
The life of moms.
Mom life.
So we all, sometimes we have to roll with it, right? So like,
That's
we are all
good.
calm,
Yeah.
stressed, and then we gotta be on. So here,
Yeah.
let's hop to it. Poor girl. Poor girl. Let's see.
Sweet.
She's like, hi, Mom. All right. So here we are in week 5. We just did our grounding. Our intention setting we didn't do. Does anyone want to set an intention for today? Do you have an intention with your strategy and with this phase in the program? Because it's totally great to set it now.
Yeah, I have an intention just to continue to do this work even after the Rock Your Radius is over. Because for me, I find that you're doing all this work and it's not, I don't think it's going to stop at the 6 weeks. It's going to continue.
That's right.
It's my intention is just to keep it going.
Yes. Just like a weight loss program, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly. Anybody else have one?
My intention is just for clarity around like videos, like strategy. I'm pretty good at strategizing like a video, but how to lead it into something paid. Like that's where I'm like, the receiving part for me is like, okay, I'm getting a lot of great traffic, but now it's like finishing it. So that people actually, like I've gotten a lot of clients, but having clear structure on where I'm sending them and what I want them to do.
Yes. Okay, perfect. That's great. Nicole?
Mine is just to be consistent with how I'm going to use this, which is a little different than everybody else, but to really put the plan into play.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Which I'm going to add a little
Very
bonus.
intentional about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that a little bit too, which isn't on here. So we'll just take notes. Let me just close out my stuff so it doesn't go off again. All right, so we are going to talk about video strategy in terms of how to actually just do video on Facebook and Instagram, but then also talk about the strategy of engaging a following and launching a program. So that's kind of the stuff we're going to cover. And because there's so few of you, I'm sure we will have time to ask questions. So if you have a question come up that's like, oh, I wonder this thing that isn't relevant to what I'm talking about, write it down and ask me after. Okay. So you get all of your strategy questions answered today. Strategy. I am a huge fan of strategy. So that's what I sort of say is different. It's my POV, my POD, my point of differentiation in terms of when I sell this program, I say, it's very much about messaging and strategy. So I'm going to do my very best to deliver that today, as I say I'm going to. So these are basically just strategy ideas. So like I said, I'm going to talk about strategy, meaning the way that you show up on each platform. So the strategy you can use on the platform. And on Instagram, we have only 1-minute videos, right? And a way that you could use that is that's how you want to think about it. My strategy is to do 1-minute videos on Instagram, and then we want to come up with what are my topics. So I want to give like a 1-minute tip, which actually would work really well for all of you. And so you could just start to think about that. And did you guys receive the download that I just put into the group?
The content mapping.
Yeah, had I already posted that in the group?
I never saw it. Did you guys?
I had it from before. So
Okay.
it was a duplicate from somewhere you put it in. I
thought I did, but anyway, that's
Good.
fine if I redid it. So download it. I actually updated this one too with just an example of myself, which might be helpful for you to do it yourself. Anyway, this is where that can really come in handy, because you can set up a 1-minute video schedule for yourself via your 4 pillars of business, your content underneath each pillar, and then you could come up with a 1-minute video for Instagram or a 5 to 10-minute video for Facebook, which is really great because inside the content mapping, which I kind of feel like I want to show you guys that the way that you can use it specifically for this. So I'm going to just pull that up, that download that actually I have it right here.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Because I think it'll help with what I'm saying. So on Instagram, you definitely want to post every day. Where on Facebook, it's every day or every other day or even every third day, but I would do every other day most of the time. But I will get into why I do that. But just to kind of note that because it is just a 1-minute video, and what happens on Instagram is it becomes more about what your wall looks like. Do you know what I mean? Like when people go to you and see you for the first time, they're going to see what your wall looks like, and they will click on a video. Don't you guys do that? Like I click on people's videos on Instagram. So they are really valuable, and they're underutilized. So it is a really cool way to stand out on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And sorry, I'm just pulling up this.
Yeah, I use, now that the Instagram videos are up there, that's all I look at now.
Well, so you're talking about stories or Instagram?
Oh, is that what they are? The stories at the top.
Yeah, so
That's what I
this is a
click
different strategy. So there's 2 different video strategies that we can do on Instagram. And I like both. I just don't get it together to do both. Although I updated my stories yesterday all day, which I was so proud of myself. But the 1-minute video is different than the Instagram story. So posting daily, I suggest posting a video daily on Instagram. But like I said, any of this is loose. Like if you can only do it twice a week, it's better than not doing it at all. Okay? So just know that if you forget or it's just a little too much. And then just quick tips. So you want to think about that. I'm going to show you that inside the content mapping, what that looks like, the quick tips versus like the 5 or 10 minute 20-minute, sometimes even video for Facebook. So how those things can differ. And then also Instagram stories is really awesome. It really is. You will get a lot of random people looking at you, and it's a way to highlight your business without being salesy, because it's like they clicked on you. They want to see, right? You're not pushing it out to them. They're coming to you, which is really a great way to get your business in front of people and give them that little bit of behind the scenes. Like people love behind the scenes. And that's what Instagram stories can really do. So if you're, like I did last week, I posted how I'm teaching this. It's like someone would watch that and be like, oh, cool. What does she do? Right. And so what we want to think about with the Instagram stories is more creating curiosity. And then with the Instagram tips, it's really about showing up as the expert and having them nail you in your niche as the expert. Okay. And then I'll get into Facebook. I don't want to foreshadow too much, but then Facebook, we look at it a little differently where it's almost all of it. You have the ability to do so much on Facebook Live that you actually do build the know, like, and trust inside of them nailing you down as the expert you are, but also developing know, like, and trust. Where on Instagram, you're lucky if you develop the know. They might get a little bit of the like because they see you, but it's really just them deeming you the expert. Okay? Does that make sense? So I'm going to stop share and then share this alignment content mapping with you. Okay. So you guys can all see that?
Yeah.
All right. So alignment and content mapping. What I have you do is essentially, these are a lot of the questions I had you answer. I think it was week 2 when we did our 4 pillars. So this should be easy for you to narrow down your 4 distinct business pillars. And then I essentially just tell you how to use this content mapping. Oh, and then I didn't have okay. I might need to update because I do give you guys an example of how what my 4 pillars are, and then just one piece of content for each one of my pillars. So
cool. Yeah. I'd like to see that.
Yeah. So I'll have to update that. I thought this one had it, but it doesn't. That's okay. So the content mapping looks like this. And you could print this out and you could have one for Instagram and you could have one for Facebook. And you could do this every month. At the beginning of the month, you could download this and create your whole content plan. I mean, this is so freaking
awesome.
It's so awesome and so not what I do. So I just have to share that. Like, I wish I was that organized, but at the same time, I would rebel against it. That's just my personality. And I know that. So I don't even waste my time. But I know for more, is it left brain? Is that what you are, Nicole? This is very you. It's also going to be Danielle and probably Devin too, I'm guessing. I know, Jackie, it's probably not as much you. But it is helpful just to see it because then you can kind of do it in your mind.
Wait, where do I fall into that?
I'm not sure. That's what I'm thinking. Corinne, I feel like you'll like this at first, and then you might get a little more like me and Jackie. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like you're a hybrid. Okay.
You're a hybrid.
Totally.
Yeah. But Nicole, we have already determined she has everything I've given printed out with tabs and stuff on
In
it.
a book.
So we will be asking her any questions when we need to refer back to anything.
That's right. I have it categorized, tabbed, labeled, and usually color-coded. I use a variety of markers.
Oh my God.
Right.
I love it.
I know who to call when I need to organize my house.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Crazy
I
in
love
my head
that.
all the time.
So awesome the way our brains all work differently, right? So again, use this however you would use it, but it really, especially when you're learning how, 1, to be consistent, and 2, if you tend to get overwhelmed by, it's like analysis paralysis. If you're like, I don't know what to do, therefore I don't do. Well, then do this even just for a short period of time because it will create the habit. And a lot of this is just habit and a new way of thinking. So inside right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, we put our pillars. And then you could probably just print it out one time and you'd be like 1-minute video tip. And it could be, so say for me, like for example, my number 1 is going to be mindset. So say on Monday, I'm going to give a tip about journaling. Okay. So I could do a 5 to 10 minute video about journaling on Facebook and a 1-minute tip about journaling on Instagram. So I don't have to be coming up with all different content. So essentially what you do is you just write down the ideas. So underneath the mindset, I would talk about journaling, me time, maybe exercise. Sometimes I even talk about for mindset, receiving, letting go. I mean, I could go a lot of different directions under mindset, and you could just put that, it could be that loose. Do you see what I'm saying underneath each one? I'm just going to talk about letting go. Okay, well, here's a 1-minute video tip. Get rid of 5 things you don't wear in your closet right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 1-minute video tip. Then I could go into some detail about that on Facebook.
Like showing how you actually did it or something like that.
Yeah, or I could talk about how I did it and then results I got. I mean, I just did this last week where I got rid of a bunch of stuff and then I downloaded an idea for a course that really happened.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I could talk about that. And you also could come in here and literally write out your titles for each thing. So it could be the loose umbrella of the idea, the genre of the idea, or it could be your exact title and boom, you're done for the entire month.
Oh, that's cool.
All you need to do, well, it's actually only 26 because I only say the weekend one, because you might not want to post on the weekends or you might only want to pick one day a week. I just say, like, give yourself a break sometime. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this, and then all you have to do is think of 6 different topics under each pillar. And you could use the same one you could use this for years, really. Nobody's going to know the difference if the first Monday of every month you're giving a journaling tip or a mindset tip or whatever. It's not going to overlap that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Cool. That's great. So that's how we can use the content mapping. And again, that's how you can use it for the 1-minute videos. But you see also, it could be for posting. It could be for videos for your Facebook Live, or it could be for a vlog video. You send one out from each topic, once a week or something. So it really is a great way to really get that going, that the content mind spinning. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
So do you guys have any questions about Instagram? I'm going to move on to Facebook and break down. So this is what I mean by strategy. This is just overall posting strategy.
Can you tell me again, and maybe my brain didn't grab it, the difference, what was the Insta stories? You said they're not the same things.
Instagram stories are the behind the scenes. And yeah, what I said, I would use it for someone to get curious about who you are.
Okay. Then
Then they're probably going to be like, oh, I wonder what she has. Then maybe they're clicking on videos inside your Instagram profile. And then, and it might go in different orders, but if they see, because just the way they have those Instagram stories set up is so awesome. I'm just going to pull it up and talk about it for a second because you'll see what I mean, where you really can use all of them. So, as soon as somebody updates, it goes closer to the front of this is what would be like your Instagram story news feed. And then I can see, okay, well, what have people been doing? And I can scroll. But if one of my friends is right here or somebody I'm curious about or following, then I'll click on them every single time. Like Jackie's was there yesterday. I was like, oh, Jackie, I'm laying in bed at night. What's Jackie doing? Right? You're watching Gilmore Girls. Okay. So, but someone might be more likely because this is their news feed, right? So they might see you inside their news feed, but they're more likely to just click on your Instagram story. Then they're going to be like, oh, that was cool. Let me find out more about her. Then they're going to go to your profile and be like, oh, cool, she has more videos, right? Do you see what I mean? And I don't even have that many videos, but I have one right there. I try and keep it enough, like they call this above the fold in any type of advertising, where we want someone's eyes to go. You want it to be above the fold because people will not scroll. They're like, oh, I don't see anything. That's almost above the fold. So I need to get another video up. So you can think about it that way too. In terms of updating, you have something, Jackie? In terms of updating, keep videos above the fold.
I was just going to say what I like about Instagram is that you don't have to overthink it. Like in Instagram stories, especially like yesterday, it started to snow here. So like Instagram started snowing and like I'm walking my dog or like I've taken a picture once of me like going over images and I had it was just images of photos that someone did for me. And I had all these people start contacting me, mostly MLM people, but they were like, you'd be a strong rep for our brand. And the other thing with Instagram is the hashtags to me. Like I've gotten, my following has built up so much just from hashtags. So that's why I like Instagram stories. Like today I just posted a picture of the book I read and I got so much engagement from it. And I posted it like an hour ago.
Did you post it in your profile or in your story?
In my profile. I don't know if you guys can see it.
So you have likes. And so what kind of engagement did you get?
Well, I just posted the same. I posted it on Facebook in the group too, the You Can Heal Your Life. And I've already gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 comments, and 3 of the people I don't know who they are. So because I hashtagged Louise Hay, she's the Hay House.
I love her.
Yeah. And I hashtag Self-Care Sunday. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I like Instagram. And when I was too scared to go on Facebook Live, I was just Instagramming every day, and it really built up my following.
Mm-hmm. And then, so just so that's perfect. And to add that back into the strategy, so you could use the Instagram story to get them curious, your profile to get them to understand what you do. You're an expert at this thing. And then from there, we want them to like you, or to know you enough that they want to like you, right? We're going know, like, trust. So there's like, they know you, like you-ish. They might know they like you from a 1-minute video. They could. I've had people be like, I love you. So I guess I'm likable in a 1-minute video. That's good. It's hard. It is hard though, I have to say. It's much easier to get someone to like you in a 10-minute video. Because usually the first minute of a video is a little bit uncomfortable and they're like, who is she? What's her vibe? And then you're done. Do you see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then the ultimate goal is to get them to click on, and I don't know where Jackie went. Jackie, are you there? The ultimate goal is to get them to do a call to action. So come into your Facebook group, download a freebie. Nicole, for you, I think it would be more a freebie. Corinne, for you, I think it would be a Facebook group. For Jackie, it would be a Facebook group. And for Danielle, probably a freebie, and Devin, a Facebook group. So, and that is the way Instagram works. That is the goal. You get people to come on over. And it is a little bit slow depending on how quickly, but if you post and use hashtags and people are searching those hashtags, they will follow you. So you can put 30 hashtags underneath a photo and you just comment the hashtags. Don't put it inside your description. Comment it instead.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, Jackie. So Jackie, the last thing I said is just then at that point, they kind of like you, then you want to get them to get into your Facebook group by having that link there, right?
Yeah.
The call
Cool.
to action.
Totally. Yeah. Sorry, my computer restarted.
That's okay. Okay, so is everybody feeling good about that?
Yeah.
And it does work. So I have Jennifer, we update at least twice a day. She does all of my memes. So she makes all of my memes for me. And then I post, so they're all like, you can't see.
And a meme, what's the definition of a meme? I hear that word a lot.
Well, just see, it's the words. It's just a square picture with words on it.
That's a meme?
Yeah, that's a meme. And so these are like all branded, and then I just post a picture. So we trade she'll be like, can you post a picture? I'm to have this meme I'm gonna post. And we've built up my following by 500 in probably 4 or 5 months. So it's kind of slow because I don't do the follow for follow. You can do follow for follow where you just go in and follow a ton of people that are using the hashtag lose weight or using the hashtag tapping for healing or something, and just follow them. So you can see that by like seeing how many people someone follows versus how many follow them. And you'll see that it's like double the amount. They follow double the amount that follows them. Well, they're doing the follow for follow.
I have that, but I don't follow for follow. I just like lots of people.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, because I have 593 followers and 1,148 that I'm following.
Yeah.
But, like, I just find like all sorts of different, whether they're people in branding that I follow. So anyway, I'm just saying sometimes.
Eventually when you get a lot more followers, it won't be like that anymore unless you keep at that rate. You know what I mean? And that's fine. I don't have any judgment on it. Some people might. Some people might go to an account and say, oh, they have 1,500 followers, but they follow 5,000. And it might decredit them a little bit. I don't know. You know what I mean? I do know that people think that way. So it just depends. Because it's kind of social status, right? It's like social proof when you have what your following is on Instagram. People look at that kind of stuff.
What was this thing Danielle was talking about? She posted on Instagram. We already discussed that.
I don't know.
In the Rock Your Video, she posted something.
Oh, that you could do live on Instagram, maybe?
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay.
I don't know. I don't have that yet.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Okie dokie. I keep getting hot and cold. All right. So let's move on to Facebook. Let me just close this out. All right. So Facebook Live. Facebook Live is my best friend. And when we first start out, I would like to see a 5 to 10 minute video. Now, some people will watch longer videos than that, but it's always better to just start 5 to 10 minutes. I have a problem and go way too long, but don't follow that because I don't think it's good.
It's funny. It's like there's certain people that will watch. Like I'm one of those ones that I'll watch it the whole way through. Usually if I like really like you.
Yeah.
Like you're one of the ones I will. And then like my upline coach, I'll always watch her stuff. So I don't know. It's just kind of like random, I guess. I guess it just depends on how much you know, like, and trust the person.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to be really engaging if you're going to go longer than 5 or 10 minutes. And it will happen. I mean, that'll be fine. Jackie, some of your videos, when you're doing tapping and stuff, they're longer.
Yeah, my tapping Tuesdays are usually like 20 minutes because I try to interact with the people that are there. And sometimes it takes a while for them to like tell me the emotions that are coming up. And
Yeah.
yeah, but I have a lot of feedback on them. So I'm trying to cut them down shorter just because I know I won't watch a 20-minute video. But people that know tapping seem to enjoy it.
And they're there live, right? So if you're doing a live video and you're catering to your audience, so I've had different live videos that have a lot of people on. I'm like, okay, there's 20 people on here. So I kind of just keep talking because I'm engaging the live people. But then you have to think about that you're engaging the replay viewers as well. So it is less likely that somebody's going to stay for a whole video on the replay if it's 20 or 30 minutes. But like I said, I'm always shocked when my replays get viewed all the way to the end. I'm like, wow, you've actually watched that whole thing.
Are the tapping videos, Jackie? I want to go and watch one of them now that you said that for 2 reasons. I'm interested in finding out more about tapping, but are you interacting with everybody? So you're taking a lot of questions and responding to them right then?
Yeah, it's been interesting too because some people don't want to be super vulnerable, which is understandable, especially because my group are highly sensitive. So so I kind of have to build the rapport on the video and say something that will like ignite them. And then they'll start giving me hearts or they'll start saying, yeah, my mom's here with me and she said this, this came up for her. Gotcha. So that's why, I stay online.
Right. Because Jaya, I know even when you just ask where they're from and you make a little comment that you acknowledge them, then you always get more engagement. And that seems to make the video run a little longer once you start engaging with people, I'm sure.
Yes, that is very true. And at the beginning, when you're first starting to build a following, you don't have as many people on, but you definitely want to recognize them. That is a huge thing. And people love to hear their name. So always remember to say someone's name. Don't just say like, hi, you guys, or hey, thanks for I see people do that. Like, thanks for hopping on, you guys. But if you directly say someone's name, they're going to be way more likely to want to interact. And then they might even comment with the hopes that you'll read their comment. I mean, I love to, if I'm watching someone I'm kind of a fan of and I comment and they read my comment and my name, I'm always like, exactly. So yes.
And the other person, I was just going to say one other person that I like who does long videos, live videos is Joy Kingsborough. She does a Mystic Monday and she does card readings. And like, I will watch those the whole way through because she will give a reading for the week, and then people will come in with questions and she'll give a reading. And if you're on the replay, she'll say, comment if you're on the replay what your issue is, and I will give you the reading after. So she goes into the comments and then gives you, like, shows you the cards you got and explains them, which is like a ton of value. But I will always watch hers 20 to 30 minutes through. So
value too, that's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And if you, like, I used to do 3 to 5 minute vlogs on YouTube. That's how I started when I started my online business. That's how I engaged my list. And it was really hard for me to keep it that short. I just never, and my coach was always like, don't do more than 3 minutes. Like, they don't know who you are. They're not going to watch them. So Facebook Live for me, I'm just kind of like, fuck it. I know, whatever. But the thing is if you want to make an offer at the end of your video, and you want the replay viewers to get to the end of your video, then make it shorter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful of it and do what feels good also. I would say you could definitely do a Facebook Live every single day. I like the every other day strategy personally, because you will still get views the next day. Or even, I mean, I still get views days and days after I post a video. So you can milk that. I'm going to show you how to get it kicked back up into the newsfeed also. So if you're milking the comments, and I'll talk about that. I think, has anybody done my Facebook profile program? Because that's where a lot of this stuff comes in, which I teach in there. You guys need to do that program.
Is that in the Rock Your Videos?
I sent it to you guys. I added you all to the list, and it got emailed to you, and it's called...
Okay.
It's called use your personal profile to monetize your message. Use your Facebook profile. Use your FB profile. That's what it is. So if you want to look it up. I can't resend it to you because once I put you in a list, it triggers the automation, and I can't. And if I put you back in the list, it won't re-trigger it. So, let me know if you really can't find it, but it should be in your email.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
So use that because it's quick. It's like an hour-long training, and it's going to tell you exactly how I built a following on Facebook.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And some of this stuff does not really apply if you don't have an audience. You have to have an audience to watch you for any of this to really apply, right?
I'm one of those people that might engage on your video on a replay a week later, because a lot of times if I'm out and about and doing something and I see somebody's video, I'll save it in my videos. And then I set aside time to go back later when I can watch the people that I really want to hear what they have to say. So I'm the one who's apt.
Yep.
So I think people do that a lot, where you have the option to save it too.
Yeah, people do. Or they'll say like following. So people often will comment and be like, I'm going to watch this later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, posting come up with how many times a week or every other day or whatever that's going to work for your lifestyle. Don't make it stressful. If you hate having to put on makeup on Sundays or whatever, don't do a video on Sunday or, just like honor yourself, because it is important to show up and be feeling good, because people can tell on video. So pick something that's going to work for you. That's why I'm being a little bit loose about it. And then use the video outline and give value, right? So a 5 to 10 minute video posting every other day using the video outline that we've learned and giving the value that are underneath and staying in alignment with your 4 pillars.
And the video.
Go ahead.
The video outline, is that from it's from last week, right?
I think it was week 3, not week 4.
Okay.
I don't know. You could ask Nicole.
Yeah.
It's 3.
Week 3. Okay.
Okay,
I'm
so
here
think
for
about
you.
if you have any questions for this. I have to go pee very badly, so let's take a pee break for a minute before we get into actual engaging a following and launching a program using video.
Awesome.
Okay? I'll be right back.
I know I wasn't on last week, and Corinne, I thought of you because you're kind of at that startup like I am in getting on with these and coming up with the titles. I found cheat sheets online. Like this one is called 74 clever blog post titles that work.
Ooh.
And so there's a bunch of them out there, and this one has like like number 37 is, and they all have number signs in front of them. So you could make them like 5 rules for healthy eating, or number 6 just says the number sign habits of blank. But it's sort of like you just fill in the blank and the ideas are there.
That's awesome. It's
Does
called
that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
74. What was it?
This one is on INK under that magazine, Inc. Let me see if I can go back to it.
74 blog posts. What was the title?
Blog post titles.
Titles.
Or, yeah, it was on INC magazine. This one came up, but there was another one that had over 100 of them, and it had good adjectives and action verbs too. If I can get back to it, I can give you the link.
That's cool. I think I might have found it. Let me
There's
see.
a whole bunch of them out there, and you can pull up some different ones, but it helped me get my mind.
Oh, I see right here. How to use blank to stand out, or
Right. And then you can add so many numbers. I was telling Corinne, since we're a little bit newer at having to create these, I found this like cheat sheet it says add a number, facts about blank, or key benefits of blank. And they're those grabbing titles that we're
that's
talking
awesome.
I love that.
They're like a super cheat sheet. At least they get your brain going.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. Okay, so do we guys feeling confident about the strategies for Instagram and Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to engaging a following. And some of this stuff is you're going to want to refer back to that, how to monetize your message using your Facebook, because I talk about how to build your following. And this is a little bit different than that. What I'm talking about now is the strategy in terms of how to engage that following. Okay. We have to have the people to engage. And again, use the Facebook program to do that. So the general content is your 4 pillars, which we already talked about how you're going to come up with that. And, okay. So this is, sorry, I had a brain fart there for a second. And this is really about like the different ways that you can engage them. Okay. And so you can engage them by just giving your general information. I just call it like that. So your general content is just, you don't really have like a call to action. You're just showing up to engage your following. That is the purpose of it. And I do a lot of that. This is not like every single time I get on video, it's directly to sell them into a program or a call to action. And that's fine. So you don't want to have every video be some, a serious call to action. Okay. So that's one thing. A 5-day series on your profile or in a group. And you also can create a taped video series and use it for your list building. So you can download, say you're going to do a 5-day series on your profile. This is one of the things I did when I was doing fitness, and it was really awesome. I created a 2-minute tone up. And it was all taped because there was no Facebook Live at this point. It was a year ago. And I did 2-minute workout. So I picked like 3 moves. They were awesome. 2 minutes, like an amazing workout in 2 minutes. And I told everybody, I had everybody on my personal profile to comment if they wanted to be a part of it. And let's see, did I get them on my list too? Oh, I did. This was genius, you guys. So I have to tell you, because this is a really good idea. I had them sign up for my list. So they had to get the email, and I was going to send them the video and also put it on Facebook and tag them in the video. So I said, sign up here if you want to be tagged in the video. And what I did was I posted the video and I tagged like 40 people. So normally you can't tag people. You can't put something on Facebook and tag 40 people that did not say you could tag them, because it's super spammy. People do it to me all the time. I get tagged in people's stuff all the time, and it's spammy. But if they want to see your video, so you could have people do that, right? You're like, I'll tag you in my replay, and then you reshare your video and tag people. So what I did was I got on all of these people's Facebook wall with my 2-minute tone up. And it was really, really a good way.
Crazy.
It's basically like I call these kind of things PR stunts, but they're not like it's value. You're giving value. So that kind of like makes it sound bad, but it's not bad. I do a lot of stuff like that where I'm like my new and full moon rituals, right? I'll post a lot about them and get people into my group. I'm going to really show up and do a good job, but it's basically like a way to promote myself and you have to have a reason. You're not just going to be like, oh, join my Facebook group, join my Facebook group. You have to like pull people in with value. So I'll just make a big deal out of stuff. Like in 2 days, I'm going to do a makeup tutorial in my group on how to look good on video. Sign up here, click here if you want to, and then I'll tag you in the next post about it or whatever. You can do stuff like that. So a 5-day series can be really good for that, where you say, comment here if you want access to, or if you want to be tagged in my 5-day series.
Yeah.
And then your video gets in front of all those people. But you also can do, okay, Jackie, yeah, hold on 1 second. So you also could do a group, a 5-day series in your group and get people to sign up for your list. And then you send them an invitation to your group via your list. So I can go over that in a second. Jackie, go ahead.
Just saying, like, you can't tag 40 people.
Yeah.
So you would post the video and then tag them in the comments. Is that what you said?
Well, I mean, you could do that, but you also, if they say tag me in the replay, you can tag them. You can share your video and in the title, tag people.
Okay, I thought you said Facebook wouldn't let you tag 40 people.
Facebook will let you, but people won't like it if they're tagged in a video that you didn't ask them if you tag them.
Okay.
So the way you did it is you said, send me your email if you want this free series.
I think I did that. I can't remember exactly if I used it for list building, but even if I didn't use it for list building, I definitely had people say, I want it. And then I copied, I don't know what I did. I like wrote it down. I had written down like 40 people who wanted me to tag them. And so then I would post the video. See, it's a little different because it wasn't Facebook Live. It was videos. So it was a little bit of a different version. And I've never done that again, but it was pretty smart at the time. But I did a lot of different things like that to start to build a following.
That's cool.
You have to get yourself in front of people, is the basic thing. We want to get ourselves in front of people. So I'll do a lot of like, share this if you want to come, or invite a friend if you want to come to some event in your group. So Jackie, you could totally do this with tapping. Just like come to my Tapping Tuesday and have some really cool reason why they would want to come, and have them tag a friend. If you want to come, tag a friend in the comments.
Yeah, because I made the mistake once saying, yeah, share this out if you think it'd be helpful. And a ton of people were like, yeah, we tried to share it. And then I was like, oh, you can't share out of a group.
Right.
So I guess if I like pre-sell it and be like, this Tapping Tuesday is going to be about this.
Yes.
Add your friends to the group if you think they might enjoy it.
Yeah, or tag them. So if you have an invitation in the post, so you put, so like I do for my new moon, right? I'll have like my meme that has the new moon and what the thing is I'm doing. And then in the top, I'm like, join me for my new moon. Join me in the Rise and Shine Sisterhood. So you just do @ and then I start writing Rise and Shine, and I can tag the group.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
so @ the group name, and then people, it's clickable. So that's, and so then if people then add friend, or you say tag a friend in the comments who would love this, then when the person gets tagged in the comments, they'll read your description and they'll see that then it's their choice if you want to join the group or not.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so it's a really good way to get people into the group. Go ahead.
Sorry, the way you tag someone is just to put their name in the comments then, right?
Right. Yeah. Like if you were going to tag someone in Jackie's promotional thing, yeah, you just do their name, or if it doesn't show up, @ and then their name. If you're having trouble tagging something, do an @ symbol before it.
Okay.
That'll usually make it pop up. So the 5-day series on your profile or in a group, I mean, doing it in a group is a great way, but also doing one for your list. So just like join my list, and I'm going to be doing a 5-day series. People love that.
Do you think Do you think that's better for somebody like me? Because I have a group and people are like, do you think it's better for me to do it on my profile if I'm going to do a challenge?
I think it's better for you to do it in your group. I think at different points, like if you only have like 50 people in your group, it might be better to do it on your profile and then prompt them to come into your group. Like there'll be a bonus if you come in my group or something. You know what I mean? But we also, you get to a certain point where you have enough people in your group where you have to make it exclusive to be in the group. And if you give everything on your personal profile, then there's no reason why someone has to join your group.
So I could promote it on my personal profile. Entice it. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I give a lot of free content on my Facebook page, but that's because my group was small for a long time. So now that my group is getting bigger, I'm like, okay, well now all these people are really interested in me. So I need to show up in my group more. So it's almost like when you're building your following, you do want to be out in your personal profile way more. But once you get a following inside a Facebook group, then you got to nurture that a lot. So it changes as time goes on and as the numbers shift. And you just kind of have to feel it out where you're like, oh, it feels like I need to go more over here. That's probably true.
Okay.
Yeah. And so the 5-day series is really awesome. And like I said, you can also use it for list building. So 2 things with that. So at the new year, I'm putting out a Fear to Fab 5-day live video challenge. It's going to be really fun. And so that's an example where I'm definitely going to be pumping that up I'm going to pull everybody I can from my Facebook profile into my group, but they have to be in my group. So I'm going to pull them in 2 ways. So here's my group. Here's my Facebook profile. I'm going to post the link, sign up here. And once they sign up, they have to be it's all happening inside my Facebook group, right? So does that make sense? So they sign up and then I send them an email. Welcome. You made it into 5 days from Fear to Fab. Join the Facebook group. I will be prompting you every day on a new topic for your video.
Because I'm not doing a group or I haven't figured out exactly that's going to work for me at this point, can I use this same strategy with my personal, and I'm just brain thinking this is out of my mouth, use my personal profile and tell them if they want information, they need to be following me on my business page. It would drive them over there to get the rest of the information so that I'm not posting everything on my personal profile, or does that just not work
I would not, you can send people to your business page, but if what you want to do is send them somewhere, I would send them to your list.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're going to give anything away, go to your list to give it to them. So yeah, like a 5-part series on this or that, or even a one-time, webinars might be good for you. You have a lot of education that entrepreneurs need. So you want to get those entrepreneurs on your list and then nurture it via giving the information they need to hear.
Gotcha.
Okay. So yes, yours is more about the list building, but you can use it when you have a Facebook group, you want to build the group, but you also want to build your list. So as much as you can do to pull people onto your list and then use the group as the place where everyone meets for the thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay.
I have one more question.
Yes.
Sorry, really quickly. I post a video in my group that it just like everyone is liking right now. Can I take it and put it in my profile if I save it to my computer and then upload it onto my profile?
You can, yep.
Okay.
It'll download as an MP3. Is that what it is? And no, as an M4V.
Okay.
What it is. And you can upload that directly on,
Okay. Or I guess I just came to mind. I could just do the same video live on my same content I did. Okay.
But you don't have to if you want to just use that one. It's just that those pre-recorded videos don't get as much play.
Right. Okay.
You get a lot of people to comment on them.
Okay.
It's just harder to get people to comment on them because they roll down the newsfeed faster.
Okay.
But it's possible.
I think I'm just going to do another live. It's just easier.
And then engage with people. And so what I mean by that, it's just make sure to comment back to every single person. That is essentially how I have built a Facebook following. I know it sounds weird, but the 2 things I did a lot of were going into the newsfeed, like maybe once or twice a day, I would go into the newsfeed and comment and like everybody's stuff. So then they're like, oh, who's this? Because a lot of people are new friends because I'm always adding new people to my friend list. So I'm like, I legit have no idea who you are, but your baby's cute, or whatever. And so I just tell them, and like I always say, I'm always sincere. I never ever, if some people just, I don't feel a draw to, and I'm like, I don't even know what your post means. I don't comment on it. I don't like make it up. I'm like, I legit have a feeling about it, and I tell them how I feel, and it's always nice. And then they will comment on your stuff. If you comment on people's stuff on Facebook, they will comment on your stuff. It's like magic.
If you build it, they will come.
If you build it, but if you work for it,
right, you got to
work
comment.
for it, they will work for you.
Right.
And it's incredible. And a comment is the most valuable thing you can get. You want to do everything you can to get comments on your stuff, because that's what kicks it into the news feed, up, 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 and away. And that's how you get in front of people over and over again. It's legit magic. So engaging with people, I honestly, at this point, I hardly make it into the news feed. Like, I don't make it into the news feed, but maybe 10% down. And then I get caught because I have too many notifications. So my strategy now, which when you get there and you have a lot of following, I can teach you what to do when you have a following. So this is how to build a following. But there's a whole strategy on how to deal with having a following, and some of them are your clients, and you have to like give attention. You can't just not answer people back, but you legitimately can't answer people back because it's too much to deal with. So pretty much all I do on Facebook now is answer back stuff. Do you see what I mean?
Through private messages or?
No, like comments. Like I try really hard to comment back to people.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't do everybody. If I post like 5 things in one day, I can't do it. But it will make people want to comment on your stuff more if you interact with them. So it's not just about like getting the comment and then like hoarding it. And I don't think you would, but it's like, now they're like, just played tennis with you or something, right? So it's like they lobbed it into your court, well, like lob it back. And some people will comment back and forth with you, and like, boom, you have a relationship. The next time you post something that's going into your group, they're going to be way more likely to come into your group or go onto your list or whatever. Yeah. So it's huge. Engagement is everything with people. It's not just about showing up and giving value. It's about then engaging with the people who appreciated your value. Okay. And then launching a program. So I love this, and I would like to be a little more organized about it. I'm kind of not, but you could be very organized about it. And what you want to do is lead in with a 5-day series, opt in, and then pitch it at the end. So that would be like what I'm going to do with my Fear to Fab. So I'm going to have them sign up for it and then run the whole 5-day series. This is like what we've talked about, Jackie, for you, right? So then you run it all, and then at the end, pitch them in via your emails. So you start sending them emails. Hey, this is what's happening. But also, those same people are in my group. So then I can also post in the group. So it's like, did you see the email? Oh, there's 1 day left. And you basically just like hammer it home. That is email marketing at its finest.
And that's all free, right?
Yes.
And that's how you start building value.
Well, that's how if you do a 5-day series that's free and you get them to come onto your list and it's directly related to what you want to sell them, right? So my Fear to Fab, I'm going to sell them into the next round of Rock Your Videos. Mm-hmm. And I know those are all people that are going to be interested in Rock Your Videos. So you want to think about it that way with your 5-day series. You also could just give content. So like post valuable content and niched videos for a period of time and then pitch at the end of the video. So these are the 2 strategies I use. I have used both and they both work. And it's actually crazy that I could just get on a video and be like, hey, you guys have probably seen, I've done at least 3 or 4 of these videos where all I'm talking about is course creation. You guys seen that? Mm-hmm. So, I got 5 people to sign up for a $1,000 program directly off of Facebook. No emailing.
Wow.
And that's just, that works. I mean, it is amazing. So you could just get on, Jackie, you could do this with your 5 different emotions. And at the end of each video, you do a little bit of information about it at the end of each video. And I'm going to talk about this in my course. It's a beta round and you just pitch into it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I still feel some resistance around,
I know.
around doing like the 5-day mini course. Just anyway.
Well,
Yeah.
don't do the mini course then. Just pitch right into your program. You might have enough of a following to do that.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
a lot to do the mini course. The cool thing about once you organize a mini course and it's all on automation, meaning they sign up for your email list and every day for 5 days they're sent an email with the content of the program, the free program you're giving them. Well, that's all automated and you can use everything. The opt-in page, all the information is on automation and it's just getting sent. So you can just use it as list building. Like you can run it live one time. Do you see what I mean? That message, who's done my master your messaging, or I did, it was like craft your unique message.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I ran that live in my group and I had like 50 or 60 people who did it live. And then now I just have it on my homepage of my website, master your message, and they can opt in. I don't have to do any more work because I created it all at one time. And now there's 100 people who have gone through it. And like 10 in the last week. So when people go to my website, they're like, oh, I'll just sign up for this. And it's super high value. It's a 5-day, series that they get a lot of value from. So that's the cool thing, is that you can do a live version. And some of the stuff I'm not going to be able to go into, like the automations and stuff. This is all stuff I'm going to teach in the Rock Your Course creation because it is a lot to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this class last round got really overwhelming. I had a whole nother page about strategy and I took it all out. I'm like, I can't, you guys, I know it's a lot. So this is the end of the information for the strategy, but just tell me what's happening. Like, do you have any questions? And then I'll go into the homework after this.
I'm good on questions. My wheels are just like turning.
I know.
Okay. That was where mine were going, because I'm not creating a 5-day program because my people are I'm trying to get them to give me their stuff, not take on something else. But I can see where the niche content moves into the offer, which is exactly what I'm rolling out as a 3-day try me service.
The 3-day what?
It's like a try me service. I come for you get me for X number of dollars for 3 days and we knock out everything that's on your list and then you see the value.
Yes.
So this is where this lead in and then pitch show my value. I'm like Jackie, spinning right now.
So one thing I wanted to mention, because Nicole and I had a call because I ran last week's program without her. So we got on and just went over a couple things. And a strategy she's going to use is most likely Facebook ads. So this is a whole nother way to do it. And this is something I am going into. I just paid somebody for 3 months of Facebook ad strategy. They're going to help me with everything. So it's amazing. And I'll let you guys know as it goes. But essentially what you can do is create a high value live video. So I have a ton of them already, right? But you want it to be like 5 minutes because it won't be too long. And then you run it as a Facebook ad to a cold audience. So this means these people do not know who you are, they have never heard of you, and they do not like your Facebook page. They're a cold audience. And they're going to click on your video because they're going to be targeted. And that's what she's going to do for me. And this is where I know how to do it, but I hate it, trying to figure out exactly how you target based on what their likes are and all this crap, right? She's good at it. So she's going to be sending this video. It's basically going to be just on my videos, roll through your newsfeed, how to do X, Y, and Z, and they're going to click on me and they're going to watch X amount of my video. Then you can go in, because it's not just a regular video like on my page, it's actually in a Facebook ad. It's called sponsored, which you see, right? Sponsored on people's ads. And you can go back and retarget people who have watched that video. So then we're going to have a whole group of people. Now these are warm people. So, and you can say people who have watched 25% of your video, people who have watched 50% of your video, people who have watched 100%. Somebody watches 100%, they're going to really they're going to remember who you are next time they see something of yours. You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm not giving I'm not asking them for anything. I'm just sending out an awesome live video into all these people's news feeds that are cold and I don't know, versus just my Facebook friends. And then she's going to retarget it and send my opt-in, my free, oh, hey, here's 7 tips. Sign up for this. And I'm going to get them to get onto my email list, but it's going to be to all these people who have already watched one of my videos. You see what I mean? So it does take money to do that. I mean, that is a Facebook ad, but I suggested Nicole go that route because she can get a really low, we call it click rate or cost conversion, meaning how much does it cost to actually get them to get onto your email. And because you're going to be doing local to your area, it's going to be a lot cheaper. So you could target people just in your city, which is really cool. So I don't teach that stuff because that's not what I know. But when you get to that point, I always suggest gain some traction with these strategies because they work. And then once you're making some money in your business, go bigger and start investing in Facebook ads.
Yeah. I know a lot of coaches do a 5-day clean eating course. It's free. Just to but so what I need to do is just get my following out there and more of my prepping my meals and posting about that, or a healthy meal that I'm going to make, or a exercise that I'm doing, or a program. And then hopefully that starts to get some traction again because I'll start building a following.
Yes.
And I have had a pretty good following before, but then I just totally fell off the map. So
build it again. Yeah. And then just do that Facebook program because I talk about friend requesting. So you want to friend request out of groups that are your target demographic.
Yeah.
Fill up your friend list because that's how you get in front of these people. I like to do what I call boom friend requests. And I just made that up. I'm not right now, but I made that up. And you go in and you friend request 100 people at a time. And you do that twice a week so that you're not just friend requesting 5 people a day or something, but you just go in, boom, 100 people, and then do an awesome video that day. So maybe do the friend request in the morning and then in the afternoon do a video because all those new friends are probably going to see. So what Facebook is going to do is they're going to put you in front of people and they're going to be are they going to be friends? And if those people comment on your stuff, then you're going to get in front of them again. That's how the algorithms work. That's why a comment is so valuable. Once they comment, you'll notice once you guys see my stuff all the time because you've commented on my stuff. So I just I'll call them high engagement posts where I'll do a post that's a question and get a ton of engagement. And then I'll do a video with a pitch in it later that day or the next day. And I know that all those people are going to see it.
Because they commented or you asked a question.
Because they commented before.
Yeah, that makes it. I know I see a lot of people ask questions like coaches and stuff like that. And it's probably because they know that strategy.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never heard anybody else talk about this.
Oh, really?
Strategy.
Yeah, that's really so. But that is a strategy. It is something that does kick it up into the algorithms, like you said. Or it is an algorithm that kicks it up higher into the newsfeed.
Yes, exactly. So your goal is always to get to the top of the newsfeed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want. All right. What do you guys think? Let's look at the homework here. So your final project next week we're going to be meeting for 90 minutes or however long it takes, and you each will give your final project. And if you would give me a testimonial, a video testimonial, that would be amazing, like before you start, either at the end or beginning, if you're just like, and by the way, this is what I thought of Rock Your Videos, that would be awesome. So your final project. And then I would like it if you guys would just come up with a content plan. So you can use, and I suggest you do, use the content mapping that I'm giving you. And you could do that for 1 week or 1 month, but the 1 week would be kind of silly because it wouldn't even fill that up, but at least you do it, right? And then the 1 month would fill it up. You also could print out 3 of them and come up with a 3-month content plan. And then I also want you to create a launch plan for something. It doesn't, I just want you to think about it. Okay, well, I could do 2 videos about this and 1 video about this, and then at the end, pitch my thing.
So I have a quick question on like the testimonials. I took a photo of myself before I was going to get on to Rock Your Videos, and I wanted to like tag you in it because I think it's great because I think it could get people to check you out, but then also people know that I'm investing in myself, and I think that's an attraction to me and to what I'm doing.
Yes.
So, how does that work? So you would just literally like post your photo and say, oh, getting ready to get on Rock Your Videos, investing in myself to learn, I don't know, I'll say something, but I would could just tag, not Rock Your Videos, but I would tag you, probably your name, right?
Yeah. So you would be like, I'm getting on, my last class of Rock Your Videos with Jaya Rose, and you tag the name
Jaya Rose. Okay.
Yeah, and what happens is people start following me because of that.
Right.
So it's that, that's.
Yeah, because for me, it does add value to mention that I'm doing things like this, just like when you talk about your coaching, that, the coaches and stuff, because people, if I'm investing in myself, I see that you are, it's attractive to me because I know, I'm like, oh, she's working on herself. She's personally growing herself, and I want to know what she's learning,
Exactly. Yeah, I do that stuff on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely.
Yeah.
And that's a big way that people grow, like business coaches grow on Facebook, because they have their clients are like tagging them, and then other people like, oh, what business coach? And then they follow them. And so, yes, that's valuable to both of us. You're right.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and then I did just add on the bottom here, this is kind of like the cliff notes of that program. So like, just ideas about how to build a following in groups and on your friend list. So you guys can look over that. This is the one I took out, but it was good information, but it was like a lot to like explain all of this and go through it all and all the rest of the stuff. So I just kind of added on as a bonus now. It's kind of self-explanatory.
Thank you.
Yeah, and this is TG, your target demographic.
Right.
Got it.
Target demographic, which should be a TD. Target.
Okay.
I got it.
That is weird. Oh my goodness.
Made perfect sense when you said it, though.
I know, it's a TG, target.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, you guys, good job. How do you feel?
Ooh.
I know this one is a lot to go through, but it's also important stuff, right?
Yeah. Super. Got 2 colors tonight.
Yeah. Awesome. So I will come on live this week in the group. I guess I could. Does anybody? I'll post in the group to see when most people can get on.
Okay.
And see whatever questions you guys have around this stuff, which is more about strategy. Sound good? Anybody?
Yeah.
Video okay? Jackie, hanging in there?
I'm so tired today. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. It was
You
awesome.
pulled it off.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. All right. So I will see you this week in the
All right.
group. And
Bye,
then
ladies.
next week, it'll be fun.
Bye.
All right. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.